Today, for our guest spotlight, we're joined by Kelvin Beachum, offensive tackle for the New York Jets, superstar. Glad that you're here with us. It's so nice to have you because you're great on and off the field. In fact, I was looking and I saw that you were a Walter Payton NFL Man of the Year award nominee.
Yes.
And that is a really big deal because that really shows what a good citizenship you have. So why are you here today? Some of the things that you're focusing on, I saw water in Africa, education, battling hunger, all of these things are on your docket.
Well, I've been battling hunger for a long time. I started that when I was in high school, and it's been something that has followed me each step of the way in my football journey, college, now with the pros. Have done that here in New York and every city that I've played in, whether it be Pittsburgh, Jacksonville, and now here in New York, and have really been keen on making sure that people are understanding of the opportunities that are coming along within STEM education, science, technology, engineering, and mathematics. And then on the waterfront, it's developing countries that don't have access to clean water. So to be able to not only talk about it, but to actually go to those countries and help out is something that I'm really concerned about. Yeah,
and it's unbelievable because I know that robotics, drones, technology, cybersecurity, all of these things are in your sights. When you're talking about investments, you also have investments of your own. Why do you take such an interest in this, and what type of things are you most heavily invested in?
You know, you think about what happens when guys are done playing football. You got to have some passions. And for me, I started laying the foundation for what those will be after I'm done playing football. So have started to invest and started to put money to work. But at the same time, realizing that this may be the road and the route that I take once I'm done playing ball.
I think it's unbelievable. It's so cool. It's so very cool. You've been in the league for 8 years. You've been growing. You're starting. I don't think you're going anywhere anytime soon to continue your passion and purpose just yet. You have to split your time, no doubt. When you talk about investing, I know you have a lot of investments: M-Particle, Affinity, BotKeeper, Skydio, Flexport, just to name a few. But when you talk about the markets, do you invest in the market like the S&P 500 or the tech indexes? Or?
So, you know, I actually sit down with my financial advisor on an almost monthly basis, and we kind of go through what we're looking at from a market standpoint. I've hired an expert. That's what they do on a daily basis, and we develop the strategy that we want to employ over the next couple of years, and that's kind of where we do those things. But I don't. Public markets, that's something that I really don't dive too far into. I watch it. I keep up with what's going on. I think that direct listings are something that's going to be coming online pretty soon with Spotify and Slack. And I think, I'm one of those ones that's kind of pushing for that just to see something different in the market. But as far as like trying to, find ways and find an edge in public markets, that's not where I spend most of my time.
So because, basically people do either equities, stocks, or they do fixed income, bonds, where they know exactly what they're getting, or maybe something like emerging markets or
Southeast
gold,
Asia, or gold.
Or gold. Is there any one of those that spark your interest more than others?
For me, emerging markets. Like I actually just had, my financial advisor send me like pretty much a 40-page deck that I'm gonna be reading about Southeast Asia. Because again, if I'm gonna look at a market that's emerging, I want to, look at the Southeast Asia. I think that's a market that's really emerging and on the cusp.
That's pretty amazing. So when we talk about what's going on in the NFL, right? Can I ask you a few questions from the Jets fans?
Yes, go ahead.
And we could just do it bang, bang, bang. And if you want to pass, you can pass, okay? So I sent this to some Jets fans, and this is what I got. First of all, go Jets.
Love it.
Okay? Is Gase a good coach?
That's not my prerogative, whether he's a good coach. I'm paid to play for the Jets, so I that's a good question. I play for Woody Johnson, so whatever Woody Johnson says is what we're going to do.
Is Darnold a keeper?
Yes, he's under contract for the next couple of years.
A keeper. Is Le'Veon staying?
I don't know. That's above my pay grade.
How bad is Jamal Adams' ankle?
I don't know. I don't get into injury conversations.
Okay, you're doing well. And what do you think is a priority for the draft for the Jets?
Ask Joe Douglas.
Okay, tell me more about that. So, is he?
I don't know what their priorities are. The thing is I'm in a very particular, in different situation. I'm not actually on the roster. I'm getting ready to be a free agent. I don't know if my future will be with the Jets or with somebody else. So it's hard to say and kind of dictate and have opinions about something that I don't know much about. Coach Gates was a really good coach to me. I can't speak to what people outside of the building think about him, but he was a very good coach for me. Joe Douglas is a great GM, so I don't know what they're going to do.
Okay, so you're setting up to be a free agent soon.
Yep.
What are you looking for with that?
What am I looking for?
I don't know. What goes with that? What would be your ideal situation? There's good, bad, and ugly.
It's always good, bad, and ugly. But at the end of the day, it's about how you want to finish out your career. This is going to my ninth year for to go into the league. Not going to have many more opportunities to play this game. So I want to play somewhere where I enjoy playing football, somewhere where I love it. My family will enjoy it. So, it's still early in the offseason. Free agency doesn't start until March. So we got some time to think about it.
You have some time, but coming up soon is the Super Bowl. Do you have a Super Bowl prediction for us?
I'm not in it, so I really don't care who wins and who plays in it.
So I just want to get back. 3-year, $24 million deal. And I thought it's really interesting that you said you meet with your financial advisor once a month.
Yeah.
How important is that?
It's everything. Because I think you have to have a plan, no matter what you do in life, and whether it's finances, football, private markets, public markets. You have to have a plan, and we meet on a consistent basis to make sure that we're executing the plan that we have.
Because so many people just put their money and they just leave it. They leave it for months and years, and it's important to be hands-on.
Very hands-on.
Tell me about SMU.
SMU,
always
Southern
near and
Methodist
dear to your
Yes,
heart?
Yes, that's always near and dear to my heart. Sit on two boards there. Sit on the Lyles School of Engineering's board and the School of Education, Simmons School of Education board there. Have an affinity for my alma mater.
Okay, my last question is, and this is just a human interest.
Yeah.
Why so good? Why so much passion and why so much purpose for these things such as education and getting water to the people who need it? Why? Where does this come from?
At the end of the day, I want to provide and help provide a life for people who don't have access to it. I hadn't always had NFL player money, so to be able to have the platform that I have and be able to give back to others is this passion and it's purposeful.
One good guy. Love it. It's so nice to have you on. Thank you for joining us here on the TD Ameritrade Network. Kelvin Beachum, offensive tackle for the New York Jets. Thanks for joining us on the show.